guys, and welcome back to JazzedTutorials. This is going to be a Valentine's Day themed tutorial, because you know February's here, and why the hell not, right? So what we're doing is we are making a rose petal themed, I guess you could say background, but you guys could probably use it as a Facebook cover photo if you wanted to. It's up to you how you want to use this. And we're also going to be adding in some cool little text effect towards the end of this, so stay tuned for that. You'll love that part. Alright, so you'll notice how I already have a rose/flower created in Photoshop. I sort of free-handed this in a way. I found a template on google.com and I just traced around that and free-handed it that way. I'm not Swift, so I can't just pull this all out of my ass and be like, hey, I free-handed this, I know how to make flowers. Nah, I used the pen tool, but I traced. So I kind of cheated in a way. But if you guys need to use the one I made here, I'll link below this template, this black template I have here, just so you guys can follow along. Or you can freehand it yourself if you're that swift, but sometimes not everybody is. Alright, anyways, so let's get right to this. We need to make a background look awesome. So on your layer 0/background layer, double click it to make it a layer 0. And you want to pick the opposite color that you're choosing for your rose. So if you want to use a red rose, I would not select a red-ish background because it would look really morphed and it would not blend in quite nicely. But I'm doing a pink rose, so therefore my background is red. I did a radial background style with a light to dark red color. If you're going to do a red rose, I would suggest probably a pink background, FYI. But y'all can play around and see what looks good for you. Alright, background is set. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's now start by making our rose/flower. Alright, so I had to create the flower itself on a separate layer from the stem, mainly because we're going to be adding most of the effects to the actual flower and not really much so the stem. So I separated those, as you'll notice. You do the same. So let's just work with the actual flower first, because that's our main portion of this. So, yeah. We're going to end up having to group this just so it's easier to follow with and it's not, like, confusing. But if you don't want to group it, it's fine, as long as you know what you're doing and where it's going. Alright, so double-click on your flower. And also note, I have transformed it and kind of morphed it to the side. It's not, I didn't like trace it that way. I actually morphed it, FYI. Alright, so we're going to get rid of the fill. So double click this and fill opacity is 0, so it doesn't actually matter what color you choose anyway. We're getting rid of it. And we're going to start with an inner glow. Obviously, since I'm using a pink flower, I'm going to be doing a pinkish hue of choice. Something very light, like such. My blend mode for my inner glow is normal. My choke is 5%, and my size is 10. We're now going to add a gradient overlay. I've set the opacity on my gradient overlay to 50%, FYI, in case you didn't see that. I'm choosing a really bright pink to a kind of another light pink. Or is it? Well, I guess it could be kind of darkish. Nah, it's more bright. It's bright and bright. Two brights make a bright. Alright, and the style is linear. Last effect we're adding is another glow setting, outer glow. I'm choosing another pink bright hue right here. You can choose whatever color you're choosing for your flower. My spread is 0 and my size is 12 pixels. Click OK and you should have the effect you see there. Something to that effect, depending on what color you've chosen. Alright, now we're going to duplicate this layer that we just created twice. So you have 2 copies. On the first copy, you're going to transform it and move it slightly to the right or to the left. Your choice. So I'm moving mine slightly to the left on that layer, and then on the other copy that we made, I'm moving it slightly to the right. So it looks very distorted and nifty like that. Yay! Alright, that's the flower made. Now we have to make the stem. So go back to your layer that you hid for the stem, and you'll see why I grouped those together. I grouped all of the stems to get the petals together because it was just easier and didn't get lost and whatnot. Then we have the stem down here. We are going to double click on this. We're going to add some effects to that. So get rid of your fill opacity. No fill needed there. Inner glow, we have a very dark green. You guys can pick any green hue you like, but I chose that one there. My size is 5 pixels for the inner glow. Blend mode screen. Opacity is 100%. And then down below, I added a satin. I chose this color green here. And the angle is 19 degrees. The opacity is 50%. The blend mode is multiply. Your distance is 11 pixels, and your size is going to be 14. I believe invert is checked. My invert is checked off. I'm not sure if yours will be, but if it's not, definitely check it out. And then lastly, we're going to add a gradient overlay. You guessed it, it's a green gradient. So it's these 3 gradients here, or 4 rather, my bad. That color there. That one right there. And then this one here. And then this one here. Alright, got your 4 gradients. We're right there. Basically, that's all you do there. And bam! There's your stem. Now, I liked it as it was, but because I wanted to add some more leaves to it, I went to my lovely custom shape tool, and oh, look at that! They have a cool little leaf tool that made it look really even more awesome. So grab your leaf tool, make any size leaf you would like to add to this lovely one here. We'll just go with this size right here. And we're going to add the same effects we added to the stem onto the leaf. How do you do that? Oh, it's so simple, I don't even know. Alright, so right click it and click copy layer style, and then paste that layer style directly onto your shape layer. Paste your layer. And then do a Control T, morph it a bit, twist it around, and place it where you want it placed. Right on top. Now you will notice how we have to blend this in. Just grab your eraser brush and on a mask layer, because it won't let you on a shape layer, by the way, guys. You'll see how it says no! Add a mask layer, and then you can erase. And blend it in. Zoom out, and yay! We have leaf. So I have already done that on 2 layers. You will note here and here. Yay! Okay. So our flower is now made. That is what I was really initially going for. But then I thought, what if you add some text to it? So I did that, and I came up with a cool little text effect while I was in the process. So here we go. The font that I'm using, what's it called? I have to find out what it's called now, because I can't remember. Okay, it's called DK Lemon Yellow Sun. I believe this is from my lovely site, dafont.com. I love that site. Not sponsored, I swear, it's just my favorite site, and they're all free fonts, and they're cool and awesome. So I did that with a couple of my fonts, and I also added an arch. Now, type my text, and on my text, I arched it. You guys can do the same if you like, or you cannot. It's up to you if you want to arch it or not. I just thought it looked even cooler. That's my arch settings there. And then I double click it, and I added a few little adjustments here. My fill opacity is set to 0 like we did before on the previous ones. Bevel and emboss settings are here. Inner bevel style, smooth technique. 111 for my depth, 5 for my size. I have global light checked off, 120 for the angle, 30 for the altitude. Down below, highlight is soft light, 75% opacity. Soft light for my shadow mode, 23% opacity. And the colors are white and black, obviously. Then I added an inner shadow with white as my color. Soft light for my blend mode, 53% for my opacity. 120-degree angle with global light checked off. 5 for my distance, 0 for my choke, and 5 for my size. Down here on my contour, I have this lovely shape here. Is it got a name? It's got a name. It's 26. 26 is somewhere in here. I think it is. We're going to name this 26. That's the name of it, and you know what? It's going to be in our presets, and I'm going to give it to you right now. Alright, so use that contour there, and then down below here, we're going to add a gradient overlay, and we're going to add a pink rose type of shade. So over here onto the left, you want to use this lovely pink shade here. And then to the right, you want to add this lovely pinkish shade here. And everything is the same. And last but not least, we're going to add a drop shadow. I'm using black for my color, soft light for my blend mode, and 75% opacity. My distance is 5, my spread is 0, and my size is 5. And the contour is the same as the one we used previously, number 26. And again, I will try and link below that contour. So look for it in the description box below in case you guys don't have it. I don't even know if it's standard or not. And click OK, and you'll have the lovely text effect shown there. Yay! And I did the same thing on another layer with the word day, because why not? That is the lovely Valentine's Day text effect and background effect, or whatever I want to call this. I hope you guys appreciated this video. I hope it was helpful to you guys in some way. If you did like this video, please hit subscribe, and hit the like button too if you want to see other stuff. I just reversed that. Like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more of this video. More like this. I try to post one video per week. Sometimes you guys get 2 videos, depends on how I'm feeling and what's going on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and please comment, like, and subscribe.